Yo, 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 we are back live. What's up, guys? Just sitting here watching the weigh-in. I know a few of you are already watching it, but if you have a time or if you could watch me and have the weigh-in at the same time, that would be great. Or for the few people that don't have access to it and they just want to listen, shout out to you. Again, subscribe to the channel. All right, hit the thumbs up for me real quick. Leave comments. So right now, Arslan Beck is doing the weigh-in right now against Ajik Kaibayel. So this is finishing up. A few weigh-ins already went up. What's up, Josh? Was good. So yeah, I just wanted to do a weigh-in reaction. I still have breakdowns on the way. Jarrell Miller against Daniel Dubois is already done. I'm just gonna make it public as soon as this weigh-in is over. That's done. And then I'll continue to go down a list. I'll probably be doing Duval right after this. All right, but I just wanted to get this weigh-in out of the way real quick. I think this fight between Kabayel and Makhmudov should be a good fight. I'm expecting it to be. I think this is, as far as the undercard, as far as like the lower level fights, I think this is probably the best matchup on the lower level fights. So I'm gonna try to get that breakdown, or at least what I might do, because I still got like 5 more fights to break down. What I might do is just do like I'll do like 1 or 2 more separate, and then I think maybe 1 or 2 or 3 I might do in this one video, because I don't really have enough time. I know the fight is tomorrow, and I'll be on as early as 11 a.m. But I'm gonna try to get them breakdowns, the rest of the breakdowns, out, hopefully by later today. Who's coming out now? I think this is Dmitry Bivol. Yeah. Lyndon Arthur against Dmitry Bivol coming out now. And Lyndon Arthur is a good fighter, but I just don't expect him to, beat Dmitry Bivol. You know what I mean? It's just, he's a good fighter. It was a great opportunity for him to be on this card. But unless Dmitry Bivol is just not on top of his game, I mean, I just can't see him winning. I know he has a good jab. I see this being similar to like maybe the Craig Richards fight, but I think Craig Richards did give Bivol some trouble. It was a tough fight for Bivol, but it's nothing that I think Bivol in his aggression and his just overall his skills, I think he should just be able to get the better of Lyndon Arthur, and even if he doesn't stop him, he's gonna win this fight. That'd be a major upset if Lyndon Arthur was to win this fight in any kind of way. Josh says, Boxingwave, I think you might have the Flyers watch collection on YouTube. Thank you, man. I have a decent watch collection. I don't know what everybody wears. I know I don't even try to show my watches. I don't even want, I just kind of be low key with that. But thank you. I appreciate that. To be honest, I don't have that many watches. I have maybe about 12, anywhere 12 to 14 watches. I probably wear like the same 4 most of the time. unless it's special occasions stuff. But my watches is cool. Nothing crazy, overly expensive. I don't have any Rolexes. I don't own a Rolex or anything above that. But I try to keep them clean. I do have some good watches though. Nice, 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 nice on your first purchase. All right, so Bivol and Arthur is done. I think Bivol. I mean, look, I would love for the guy to go and try to get a stoppage. It would be great. I think you getting on this kind of card. He's just not the guy to get the stoppages. But that'd be great if he can get one in this one. I mean, Arthur just recently had when he lost a yard in a rematch. I know he was down in his most recent fight against Suarez, but he was able to come back and pick up a stoppage himself. So Lyndon is good. I mean, he's good at controlling distance. He has a very, very good jab. He's tall, he's rangy. So he can give like some of the same issues that Craig Richards gave Bivol. But Bivol is just way too talented, man. I think it's pretty clear win for him. CMP bought the pay-per-view already. All right. I don't know. I always wait until the day of. Like I'll probably buy it early. I was trying to decide, is it a discount being on dazn? Being that I'm already a subscriber to dazn, is the pay-per-view going to be cheaper for dazn subscribers? I got to check that out because I'm already subscribed to dazn. Is it going to be cheaper? But I'm subscribed to Top Rank, ESPN Top Rank as well. So I guess I will be purchasing the fight, whatever one is cheaper, if any one is cheaper, if they're the same price. I don't know. It's like I get scared because sometimes ESPN and sometimes DAZN be acting up. But ESPN be acting up a little bit more sometimes. I might just order the DAZN one. I haven't decided which pay-per-view yet I'm going to order it from. But I do like I actually would prefer listening to the ESPN commentary over the DAZN commentary, but I'm going to be doing commentary, so I'm not even going to be listening to the commentary on either one of them. GL, thanks, bro. I appreciate that, man. Oh, CMP says $39.99 on ESPN. Oh no, on DAZN and $50 on it. So I'll be doing the DAZN. I'm gonna save me my $10. All right, Jarrell Miller is coming out. I just did this breakdown, guys. So I'm gonna be uploading, it's already uploaded, but I'm gonna place it public. Jarrell Miller against Daniel Dubois. I've been back and forth. I did way more film study than I wanted to. I was supposed to upload that last night, but I kind of wasn't feeling sure about it. So I actually did the breakdown early this morning when I woke up, and that'll be out as soon as this weigh-in is over. Daniel Dubois is a funny, like he has like the most. I don't know how he is outside of boxing, but he has like zero personality. I think that joke he made yesterday against Jarrell Miller about being his daddy was probably the only time he's ever made a joke about anything ever in his career. And it seems like he practiced it. It was so forced. If somebody else said it in a way that they said it, like if it was a rebuttal, then I would have laughed. But the way that he said, damn, Jarrell Miller is so much bigger than it's like Daniel Dubois is not a small guy. Triple D is not small by any means, right? He's not the biggest heavyweight, but he's not the smallest neither. He's pretty big. And Jarrell Miller, like being that they're the same height, Jarrell Miller is like, it looked like he's twice his size. He makes Daniel Dubois look so small, man. Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller pushed him. And then he just walked off, which was expected. Let me get you. I'll get you actual number, CMP, because I didn't actually hear it. Give me a second. What the hell? Hold on, this just froze on me. All right, hold on. Miller's huge, bro. I say 320. 333. So he weighed that against Lucas Brown, they said. So he's 333 pounds. Daniel Dubois, Triple D is 239. This guy weighs a whole 100 pounds. Yo, he weighs 100 pounds more. Oh my God. He weighs 100 pounds more than Daniel Dubois. Us crazy. Oh man. What up, James? Yo, this guy, you know what's funny? Because before he got suspended and all that, was he? I think he was fighting like at 290 at one point, right? Let me look him up real quick. Jarrell Miller is crazy, yo. He's a dangerous fighter because, and y'all gonna see in the breakdown that I did, and I talk a lot about this. If we're being technical, Jarrell Miller is the one stepping up because we already see Daniel Dubois fight at the elite level. I mean, he lost both of those fights, but Jarrell Miller. I mean, Lucas Brown, you can make an argument that Lucas Brown was probably the best opponent he faced. You had Johan Dubois, you had Marius Walk, and you had Jarrell Washington. You can make a strong case that Lucas Brown might be the best guy he faced, right? And he was 40. Like, how old was Lucas Brown when he fought him? Lucas Brown was 43 when they fought. They were 40. He was 43 years old. Like, Daniel Dubois fought Usyk. He fought Joe Joyce, and he lost both of those fights. But at the same time, like I said this all in a breakdown, I think that Daniel Dubois beats everybody that that Jarrell Miller beat. But I also think Jarrell Miller beats everybody that Daniel Dubois actually beat. But I don't think that Miller beats Usyk or Joyce. You know what I mean? So when it comes to resumes, it's like this is the most 50-50 fight because I just don't know. I know Triple D lost twice, but he lost to two people that I think would beat Miller too. So I really it's really a 50-50 in my opinion. I really know what Jarrell Miller can do at the elite level, and I don't even think Triple D is at the elite level. He's just been in there at the elite level. You know what I mean? So I really don't know. It's 50-50. I mean, I made my pick. And I'm gonna save my pick for the video. I'm gonna put the video up right after this weigh-in. But it's a tough fight. Richard, no, I agree. I think that outside of Triple D and Miller, I think that Kabayel and Makhmudov is the closest fight. That those two fights are the only 50-50 fights on this card, in my opinion. I mean, the other fights are good fights, but those are the only two that are like 50-50. I think Kabayel would be Makhmudov's best challenge. He's undefeated. They're both undefeated. Makhmudov is actually, you know, bigger. He's more powerful. But Kabayel is a pretty good boxer. He has decent power himself. We've seen him do well against a pressure fighter, against Derek Chisora. So I'm definitely gonna do a breakdown on that fight for real. That's that is probably the best, one of the best matchups on this card. Everything else is like, I don't know. But Joseph Parker's out. He's getting ready to step on the scale. Wilder's about to come out now. All right, Wilder is out. I'm gonna say Wilder's probably gonna be like maybe around 225. Right? I'm thinking Wilder's been looking like more on the slimmest side. I think the least he's ever weighed was was it like 217? Let me look it up real quick. He's at 245 for Joseph Parker. Parker is 245 for Parker, and he looks in great shape. He looks in great shape. Great shape, great shape. I think he was in the 250s against Joyce. Wilder's lightest weight was no, he was 214 against Robert Helenius. He was 214. I expect him to be maybe. Oh, he does look light. He looks light. He's probably not gonna be over 220. 213. Oh, wow. This might be the lightest he's ever weighed. No, he weighed 212 against Fury in the first fight. Okay. So he's back to being light. He's super light again. So he's looking to be quick. Yeah, I think he's gonna be a problem. You know, Parker looks in great shape though. He looks great. Like I think his abs is showing and all that, but I don't even think it's gonna matter, man. Parker was 240. Parker was 250 in his last fight against Simon Keene. That fight against I don't know how to say his name. Apello. He was 239 and he was 245 against Jack Massey. And he was 255 against Joyce. 251 against Chisora in a rematch. Yeah, I think right now Parker is probably at the weight that he want to be, not too light, not too heavy to where he's slow. But they both look great. Like Wilder looks slim as hell. All right, they doing their face off now. What's good, Arthur? What's good, everyone that's joining us? Please hit the thumbs up real quick. Just a like quick weigh-in reaction. Got more content on the way today. All right, so be on the lookout for that. Long stare down between Parker and Wilder. They do a little fist bump and laugh it off. Damn, Wilder looks skinny, man. The one thing I question about he needs to be aggressive. I think he needs to be aggressive. Yeah, they asking him about Tyson Fury every time they interview him. I know he getting tired of that shit. The one thing I question about Wilder is his durability. You know, he took a beating twice from Fury. So I just gotta wonder, you know, just gotta question his durability and plus the fact that he hasn't been active like that. But that's the one question I have about Deontay Wilder going into this fight. Arthur, you got Parker by KO. I think if Parker wins, it would probably more likely be by KO, but I think Parker can beat him on points. I think Wilder can be beaten on points by a lot of people, but it's that one shot, you know. Parker is saying that he's going to come out being aggressive. Has Wilder fought someone with the speed of Parker? Nah. Parker and Ruiz were definitely the quickest hands as heavyweights in the last 10 years or so. But I don't think Parker is as fast as he used to be. I think Parker was much faster when he was lighter. Not saying he's not fast, but he's not as fast as what he used to be. You know, I mean, if we're talking about when he was like fighting below 240, he slowed down. You know, he wasn't fast at all against Joe Joyce. He put on too much weight, but he was 255. I think Parker being at 245 or anything less than that is where he needs to be. You know, I think he wants to be in the middle because I think he wants to, you know, he wants to be able to have that punch resistance. But we just gotta wait and see it, right? Anthony Joshua and Otto Wallin. I've been reading their comments. A lot of people got Wallin winning. But a lot of people are saying, like, you know, yeah, if the fight is close, they're going to give it to AJ. I think AJ is winning. I don't think it's going to be as close as people are saying that it's going to be. You know, I think it's going to be competitive, but I don't see Otto Wallin winning all points or by knockout. I'm going to pay for DAZN according to who said it earlier? CMP. He says it's going to be cheaper on DAZN if you are already a subscriber than it will be on ESPN. So I'm going to pay for it on DAZN. I actually prefer the ESPN commentary, but who cares? I'm going to be doing commentary myself. It's not like I'm going to be listening to them. I mean, one thing about Wallin is I like his confidence. You know, he seems to be happy. He seems confident. AJ, I don't really pay him too much mind because he gives off he's so unreadable at this point. He being so angry these days now. I don't know if he's angry with Wallin. I don't know if he's angry with the criticism. I don't know if he's angry with Jarrell Miller or Deontay Wilder. I don't really know. But I think this is the way he's going to be in every fight. I mean, he's been this way for the last few fights now. He's become the most friendliest fighter up there in heavyweight. Otto Wallin is 238. 238. Let me see how he was in so that would be right on par against as he was against Murat Gassiev and Tyson Fury. AJ is 251. 251. So that's right on par where he was against Robert Helenius. A few pounds down from Jermaine Miller, but a few pounds up from Alexander Usyk. In the Usyk fight, he was 240 in the first fight, and he was 244 in a rematch. In Pulev, he was 240. That's when he was slimmed down. Andy Ruiz, he was 237. So if he's going to be at 251, I'm assuming he's coming in to be aggressive. You know, I don't think he's looking to be moving and stuff. I think he's going to be coming in trying to walk down Otto Wallin, um, have that punch resistance, just be heavier. He was 255 against Dominic Brazil. He was where was he heavy at? He was 254 against Carlos Takam. That's when he looked very, very slow. I don't know. What do you guys think about that weight? Really intense stare down between Wallin and Joshua. Joshua's being all angry, and Wallin is smiling and talking to him. Wallin's trying to get into his head for real, like especially with the comments he's been making. All right. I mean, listen, Joshua could be as angry as he wants to be. As long as he get the knockout, I'm cool. Can't wait for the fight tomorrow. Does Wallin live in Brooklyn? I have no idea. I've never heard that before. Yeah, I think as far as I'm coming in heavy, uh, coming in over 250 normally makes him a little bit slower, and it makes him, maybe he could possibly have some cardio issues. Especially he's gonna have to chase this guy around. If he's following Wallin, it definitely can burn him out some. But then again, you never know. I mean, he got tired against Usyk in both fights, and he was in the 240s. So I'm not gonna overanalyze what the weight is gonna mean. Is it might not mean anything. I'm willing. I just want to see if is Ben Davison gonna bring anything new to the table. I mean, AJ should win the fight. I know people are picking Wallin to win and pull off the upset, but let me ask you this, and this I actually. Oh, he does live in Brooklyn. Okay. What do you guys? Since I got you guys here, what upsets are you expecting in this fight? All right. Let me know in the comments who's gonna pull off the upset tomorrow. Who do you think pulls off the upset? Now, I haven't even looked at the odds for all of the fights this weekend. I'm gonna pull them up now. So Parker is a plus 450 to win against Wilder. Wallin's a plus 285. It's actually pretty close. Junior Foz plus 900. Martha Moore is plus 1700. Ellis Zorro is the plus 1200. Ajit Caballero is a plus 650. That one is one that I would, I might consider that one. Caballero upsetting Arslan Beck is one. Let's see what other bets are there. Where's Jarrell Miller? Jarrell Miller is not on here. All right, more boxing. Let me go to more boxing. All right, here we go. Lyndon Arthur plus 1200. Jarrell Miller has gone down to a plus 190. I think he was higher before. I think it was a little bit more of I think yesterday I checked. I think it was like Jarrell Miller was like a plus 250. Anyway, as far as the underdogs, I think underdogs that could possibly win tomorrow for me is Caballero and Jarrell Miller. All right, that's not official, but I think those two are the strongest possibilities. I would say after that, I would probably say Joseph Parker against Wilder. I think that's the third possible upset for tomorrow. And then after that, I would probably say I would probably go with Otto Wallin. Yeah, I would probably go with Otto Wallin after that. So in that order, I think I'm gonna go in the order is Jarrell Miller upsetting Daniel Dubois. It's the highest likely upset of tomorrow. I would say after that, Caballero upsetting Makhmadov, Parker upsetting Wilder, Wallin upsetting Joshua. And then I think the rest of the fights are just pretty easy in my opinion. Pastor Jim says, man, I don't like the whole if my prayers are answered, I'll win shit. I really don't want to see AJ trying to outbox Wallin. That's fighting Wallin's game. Yeah, he shouldn't be trying to fight that kind of fight. You know, I think he should bring the same, at least at the very least, bring that intensity. You bought the Charles Martin, bring that intensity. I mean, even in the Usyk rematch, I like the fact that he was being more aggressive. You know, let's see what he was doing against Pulev. I want him to be more aggressive. You know, I don't know if Ben Davison is going to be the coach that's going to push him to do that. But to be honest, man, when it comes to AJ, I'm at a point now with AJ where he switched so many times, man. I think it's really on him. I can't even put it on the coaches no more. I think it's really based on what he want to do. You know? So I think AJ needs to come in and be aggressive, you know, and I think all this anger he's been using or showing in these press conferences and his weigh-in and all that, I think he needs to show. I mean, he needs to show that in the ring. You know, he needs to show that in the ring. And honestly, at one point, I think AJ would have definitely stopped Wallin. The way he's been lately, I really don't know. I really don't know. Usyk rematch version of AJ would be cool. Back Wallin up, let your hands go. Yeah, I mean, Wallin likes to get backed up, but he wants to be backed up. You know, I don't think AJ should just straight follow him around, but he should be the one coming forward. You know, I'm not expecting Otto Wallin to bring the intensity he did against Tyson Fury. You know, because that would play into AJ's advantage. AJ will probably counter him. I don't know. I expect Otto Wallin to move and back up and try to just counter AJ coming in, time AJ coming in. But AJ got to come forward, but he has to be aggressive. He's got to want to hurt this dude, you know. I think when AJ get hit a couple times, it starts making him question. You know, he starts overthinking shit. I don't know. We got to see. Yeah, I'm giving Parker a slightly higher chance simply because I'm not. Parker is one of the best people that Wilder's ever fought. Wilder hasn't been active, and I'm still unsure of how he is as far as punch resistance. So even though I have Wilder winning by KO, probably within 6, that is my official prediction. Um, I'm still a little bit unsure about him. I just want to see it to believe it. Yeah. I think AJ is better than Wallin, and he's beaten about a good amount of people that's better than him. But I also think that, you know, is AJ going to do it? Like, AJ's going to win to me, whether it's on points or by knockout. He's going to win. It's more about how he wins. Like, I don't see him losing a fight. Yeah, I think AJ is going to win the fight. I'm not even downing it. You know, I look at it as AJ losing to Wallin being a big upset. You know, Wallin is good, but he's not Usyk. He's not Usyk, man. He's not. And I don't think he can do what Usyk can do. You know, I think that was extremely a much more difficult fight for AJ. Those two fights, much more difficult fight for AJ. And I think if it is competitive at the very end of the fight, you know, those final rounds, I expect AJ to outwork um Wallin. It's Wallin does fade. Yeah, Jarrell Miller. All right, I'm gonna post that video now. Um, I'm gonna post that video now. I already recorded. I'm gonna make it public now. As far as the rest of the cards or the rest of the fights on the cards, just be on the lookout. I'm gonna do breakdowns for those and upload those right away as soon as I can. I will be here all day tomorrow. So as far as like as early as the morning, I'll be here at 11 a.m. covering all the cards. As far as I guess my last thoughts on this card overall, I just hope the card is not like the Tyson Fury Francis Ngannou fight card. All right. It was just too long. It was a gap between every single fight. They're saying that the main event is at 6:45 p.m. Eastern time, which means that's roughly around 8 hours after the first fight. The first fight is at, or at least the card begins at 11 a.m. So I'm hoping the first fight starts at least by 11:30. So what I would say is that hopefully they don't do all these random performances and they go in like an hour in between certain fights and stuff like that. I expect there to be some sort of gap in between maybe the Jarrell Miller and Triple D fight. But as far as the other fights on that card, I hope there's not a long gap. Like, man, fight is over. Give us the next fight within like the next 15 minutes or so. Like, you know what I mean? Don't spend a half an hour in between fights like they did with Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. That was horrible, man. It was a long card for no reason, and the fights on the undercard wasn't even good. So hopefully it won't be a problem. But again, be on the lookout. More. I'm gonna drop the Danny Dubois, Jarrell Miller breakdown right now, and I'll be back with more later on today with some more videos for the fights tomorrow. Right. So guys, again, subscribe to the channel, like, comment on the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.